Fans, at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise if you are able and remove your hats. It's time now to honor America as the Western Washington University Band plays our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest as your Vikings play host to the Northwest Indian College Eagles. First, we'll meet the visitors from Northwest Indian College. At guard, wearing number 2, 5'10", Kobe Johns. Another guard is number 23, he's 6'1", Mitchell Carlos. At guard, wearing number 24, 5'9", Malachi Rogers. At forward, wearing number 33, 6'2", Alex Mora. And in the middle, 6'6", wearing number 44, Nick Valencia. Northwest Indian College is coached by Adam Lane. Viking fans, are you ready?
My life is not what it was. No. I do whatever I must. Kinda one hand I trust. Kinda one hand I trust. Yeah. Kinda one hand I trust. Kinda one hand I trust. Look what I done. Helping the people I love. My life is not what it was. I do whatever I must. Kinda one hand I trust. Kinda one hand I trust. Kinda one hand I trust. Kinda one hand I trust.
Six man, this is your chance to show your love. It's time now to meet the starting lineup for your Vikings. At guard, 6'3" freshman wearing number 1, Kai Johnson. At guard, a 6' junior wearing number 3, Daniel Hornbuckle. A 6'2" senior guard wearing number 4, R.J. Seacrest. At forward, a 6'8" senior, number 15, Dakota Ayala. And at forward, a 6'7" junior, number 21, Lucas Holden. Your Vikings, they're coached by Tony Dominguez. He is assisted by David Dunham, Bob Hofstetter, Ottavio Jude, A.J. Britton, and Garrett Thibodeau. Viking fans, it's game time!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to WECU Court in Bellingham, Washington, on the campus of Western Washington University. You're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley, joined by Jeff Evans for the Western Washington Vikings against the Northwest Indian College Eagles.
Ben, we're looking forward to a good basketball game tonight. Good chance for the Vikings to kind of get healthy, get some new players in the rotation. A couple notable players for those watching that are not dressed tonight. Jalen Green, the leading scorer for the Vikings, he is out tonight. D'Angelo Minnis will also not dress, and Luke Lovelady. So 3 normal starters not in the lineup tonight. But here we go. Here's a tip. Dakota Ayala controls it to Kai Johnson.
Vikings are 4-2 coming into this matchup. They lost their first 2 games of the year, have won their last 4 at home. Lucas Holden from the top of the key. We're underway with a 3-point bomb.
You're going to see a lot of that tonight. Sweet left-handed stroke, Southern California product. Good to see Lucas start off with a 3-ball there.
Here's the shot. That was Malachi Rogers. Offensive rebound for the Eagles. Kobe Johns now handling the ball. Double team stolen away by R.J. Seacrest. Here comes the Vikings in transition. Hornbuckle, knocked away at the rim. Alley-oop attempt there. I got a little excited.
I saw him practicing that pregame. I think we might see a little bit of that tonight as well. R.J. Seacrest here pulls up. But we got looks like an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Dakota Ayala. I believe it was a legal screen.
Vikings came off a good weekend. They beat Point Loma 74-67 last Friday. Good win over a team that's been ranked this year, and then came back 2 nights later. The last night, 70-64 over UT Permian Basin.
That was Mitchell Carlos attempting the 3, not connecting. And here comes Kai Johnson bringing it up for the Vikings.
Good look at the freshman from Olympia. He was here with the program last year, but the Vikings did not play any games out of Olympia High School. Someone that I think we're going to see a lot in a Viking uniform in the next 4 years. Lucas Holden with the putback there, and another one, he's there. He's got all 5 points.
Eagles pushing the pace. This is Malachi Rogers. Here's Nick Valencia with the 3. Rims out. Daniel Hornbuckle, the rebound. Hornbuckle pushing the pace to R.J. Seacrest, loses control. Out to Lucas Holden. Here's Ayala at the top of the key. He drives in. Step back a little bit, but he's fouled.
44, Nick Valencia is going to be called for the foul. Dakota will go to the line for 2 shots.
Dakota Ayala, 8 for 13 from the free throw line on the year. That's 61.5%.
Coming off a great game against UT Permian Basin. Double-double, I believe it was 17 and 12.
He nails the first free throw. On the season, the Vikings shooting just 66% from the line, a number that I'm sure head coach Tony Dominguez and the entire team would like to raise a little bit. But 2 of 2 to start.
Vikings have been drastically improved at the free throw line in their 4-game homestand here. Had a little rocky start on the road in those 2 one-point losses, but looked to be shooting it well at the charity stripe.
Foul called on R.J. Seacrest, the second team foul for the Vikings, his first personal. Alec Mora will be set to inbound for the Eagles. Tipped but got in. This is Malachi Rogers with it now.
For those that are watching, Northwest Indian College is a local college from Lummi Nation, just about 20 miles away from Bellingham. Actually has a Bellingham address, so we're excited to have them in Carver Gym tonight. We're also going to play them on December 12th.
That was Kobe Johns getting his shot blocked by Dakota Ayala. Here's Hornbuckle at the top of the key. To Ayala, the 3-point bomb. Rims out. Rebound to Alec Mora. Here come the Eagles. Kobe Johns now, defended by Hornbuckle. Eagles swinging it around. Malachi Rogers with a tough matchup. He's defended by R.J. Seacrest. Here's Kobe Johns launching a 3, and he connects.
Nice looking left-handed shot there from Kobe.
Kobe Johns has been their leading scorer in a couple of games this season. Certainly somebody who can let it fly from deep. Here's Hornbuckle, the mid-range jumper, answers right back. 9-3 Vikings, 17-20 left to play in the first half. This is Mitchell Carlos, defended by Hornbuckle. He passes out. The 3-pointer from Valencia. He hits. That was a 2-pointer from Valencia. Kai Johnson now leading the offense. Passes off to Holden. Holden drives, get right past his defender, an easy slam dunk.
Lucas has 7 of Vikings' 11 points. Valencia here is going to take another three-pointer from the top of the key and drains it. 44, the big man's got some touch from outside.
Yeah, sweet stroke from the big man. I love that shot. He barely even jumps. All arms, just throwing it up there, but connecting. Vikings holding a 3-point lead. Johnson passes off to Holden. Holden drives again. Passes to RJ Seacrest. Mid-range jumper. It's good.
Seacrest has had a lot of success with that mid-range jumper in the last couple games. He also had a double-double last game against Texas Permian Basin. We're going to have a couple subs coming up. Looking forward to seeing Erwin Weary and Nick Velp check into the game here in a little bit.
Here's Hornbuckle, the pull-up 3. Rims out. Rebound, Mitchell Carlos. Eagles pushing the pace the other way. Here's Kobe Johns, the three-pointer over Ayala. Just rims out. Hornbuckle gets the board. Here come the Vikings the other way. Lucas Holden will drive and pull out. Ayala, the free throw line jumper, rims out. Malachi Rogers over to Kobe Johns. Johns drives in, gets it stripped. It'll go off of him. That's a turnover. Steal by Kai Johnson.
Look at Erwin Weary Jr. checking in the game, number 2, and Nick Velp. We're going to have a media timeout when we come back.
Welcome back to Bellingham. Ben Bagley, Jeff Evans on the call. Vikings versus the Northwest Indian College Eagles. Just 5 minutes into this first half, Vikings leading by 5, 13-8. Lucas Holden leading the way for the Vikings with 7 points. And Nick Valencia has 5 for Northwest Indian College.
Good chance to see Nick Velp and Erwin Weary Jr., who just checked in the game. Erwin Weary is a third-year Viking, but really his first year on the court. He had a redshirt year and sat out. You know, everyone didn't play last year with COVID. Product of Cedar Park Christian.
There's Kai Johnson going up and under the nice reverse layup. Alec Mora controlling the ball. There's Valencia in the post going against Nick Velp. Stepped out of bounds, turnover.
Nice defense there by the freshman Velp. I don't know about you, but looking at number 20, I see a true basketball player there. It's going to be fun to watch his progression as a Viking over the next 4 years. A product of Seattle Prep. Also spent 1 year down in prep school in California. Changed his body and really dedicated himself to the game. He's going to be a fun one to watch.
That was Kai Johnson going right back to the reverse layup.
Four straight points for Johnson.
Malachi Rogers from the corner hits the 3. The second triple that the Eagles have hit. Here's Erwin Weary Jr. getting in the paint. He is fouled and won. So if you're a fan of Viking basketball, if you watched this team the last time they hit the court in 2019, even with Javion Garrett entering the game right now, these are 5 different Vikings that were not on the floor in 2019 with Daniel Hornbuckle coming out. That's actually 6 different Vikings. Coach Tony Dominguez has done a great job with his red shirts and a whole lot of transfers this season, rebuilding this team after losing stars like Trevor Jasinski, Logan Schilder, and bouncing back in a very strong way.
Keith Fort just checked in for Northwest Indian College. 6'3" forward from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and gets a basket there.
19-13, Vikings lead. Western is shooting 66% from the floor. Here's Kai Johnson again. Three-pointer, Nick Velp, just short. Keith Fort with the rebound. Fort hands off to Valencia. Valencia, the three-pointer, no good. Kai Johnson, the rebound. Over to Lucas Holden, who drives in. It's stripped off the leg of Holden. That's a turnover forced by the Eagles. Subbing in for the Eagles, number 4, Jacob Whitehorse. Vikings showing a full court pressure. And they back off. This is Mitchell Carlos at half court. Turnover by Carlos. Here come the Vikings. Nick Velp, alley-oop, knocked away. That was Javion Garrett flying in, looking for the slam, but they couldn't connect. Here is Malachi Rogers the other way. Rogers to step back, passes out.
Keith Fort with the ball up top.
Fort drives in. Couldn't get the running jumper to go. Here's Nick Velp. And the Vikings will slow it up. Cross-court pass, that's Erwin Weary Jr. The corner three, just long. Velp the offensive rebound. He goes to work, is fouled, and one.
Nice body control there by Velp. Kind of shielded the defender, right-handed hook, and he'll go to the free throw line for his and one.
Nick Velp playing in just his 5th game this season. He's only totaled up 26 minutes in the first 4. Looks to have he will have a big role in this game. He knocks down his first free throw attempt of the year. Here's Kobe Johns, the point guard for the Eagles. Wearing some slick green shoes as well. Good pass down low, but tapped away off the hands of Jacob Whitehorse. Ball goes back to the Vikings. Checking in the game is Gavin Carlos, subbing out Kobe Johns. Kai Johnson, look at the wheels, flies in the lane. The layup is good, and one. So Kai Johnson now with 3 layups in the last couple minutes, and he will get his first chance at the free throw line. Kai Johnson gotten some playing time for the Vikings this year in the that guard rotation with Hornbuckle, Minnis, Seacrest, and Kai Johnson. Vikings with an 11-point lead, and it stays at 11. Good rebound there by Keith Fort.
Ivan Bullock just checked in the game. Fan favorite, kind of the hardest working guy on the floor at practice if you go every day, and product of Orcas Island.
Kai Johnson the steal and the layup on the other end. Kai Johnson having a very strong game. That's already 8 points, 4 of 4 from the floor. He has a steal, an assist, and 3 rebounds. Here's Fort. Tipped away by Johnson. Almost out of bounds. No, he saves it. The pass to Velp. And the Vikings will slow it up. Here's Erwin Weary Jr. They're going to call a defensive foul on Keith Fort. And that is going to send us to immediate timeout. 11:57 remaining on the clock here in half number 1. Vikings leading 26-13. We'll be right back here after this on Vikings TV.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to Bellingham, Washington, WECU Court. You're watching Vikings TV. I'm Ben Bagley. That's Jeff Evans. And you're getting a look at Kai Johnson. 4 of 4 from the floor, 8 points.
Kai's looking really good. He kind of runs the point, but also has that dynamic ability to go through the key and with him size. And there's Nick Velp underneath. Ball control again. Another basket.
That lead now up to 15, 28-13. Here's Jacob Whitehorse. Passing into the corner, three-pointer up and rattles around but falls in. Three-pointer by Malachi Rogers.
I think the officials are going to say that threw the ball in and crossed the line, so it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be Northwest Indian College's ball.
That's Kai Johnson, I think, attempting to inbound it, and he stepped over the line while trying to pass it in, so rare turnover, but a turnover nonetheless. Malachi Rogers to inbound. Oh, excuse me, that was Javion Garrett.
Kind of just walked across the line like a pedestrian and got called for jaywalking.
That is a perfect analogy. There's Malachi Rogers hitting another three. Coach Don't Need Dominguez is going to call a timeout.
Kid can shoot. Nice looking shot.
We're going to keep things right here on the 30-second timeout.
See the shot there by Malachi. It's kind of their game. They've been shooting a lot of threes. Looks like they're up to stats show 5 for 11 from three-point range. Good percentage for them.
I think that's how we're going to see this game go. The Eagles are going to keep shooting threes, and the Vikings right now, 18 points in the paint, just 2 for the Eagles. You can see the size difference between these two teams. Vikings just bigger and stronger, able to get into the paint. But the Eagles right now doing well outside the arc, 5 of 11. Down to a single-digit lead. Let's see what the Vikings came up with out of the timeout. Kai Johnson dribbling it up. Over to Erwin Weary Jr. Crossover driving in. Off front rim and in. Good layup. Here's Malachi Rogers. He's hit the last 2 threes. Over to Lucas Brown and Jacob Whitehorse. Stripped away. This is Erwin Weary Jr. all the way home.
That's what he does, man. He can get up there.
And a nice hang on the rim for good measure. There is going to be a foul on the floor, going to be called on Javion Garrett. Let's take a look at the replay here. Erwin Weary Jr. Whitehorse tried to go around the back. Weary Jr. was right there. And a powerful slam on the other end. Gavin Carlos inbounds. The pass goes awry. Battle for it. Erwin Weary Jr. is going to come out with it. Crossover in the paint. Driving down, and he converts.
Really nice play there by Erwin. Kind of got the steal, but controlled the ball and ran the court with a nice finish. Vikings defense picking it up.
Vikings keep poking it away. 34-19. Here's Weary again. Three-pointer is good.
Let's go inside. Let's go outside. Erwin's showing his whole game right now.
That's a 7-0 run just by Erwin Weary Jr. And here's a deep three. Then it's in. Gavin Carlos knocking it down. So both sides making it rain.
Step back and just drained it.
There's Javion Garrett, gets poked away. Ivan Bullock from the corner, off the side of the backboard. Nick Velp, the offensive board, goes back up with it and in. 39-22, that lead grows to 17. Gavin Carlos at the top of the key, he drives. Passes into the middle, layup goes awry. Ayala with the rebound. And Javion Garrett passing it up. Ivan Bullock will drive in, rise up, just rolls off the rim. Eagles the other way. Deep three, Malachi Rogers rims out. Erwin Weary Jr., the slow jaunts up the court. Drives inside. And it's just too easy right now for Erwin Weary Jr. It's going to be a three-point play, as a matter of fact. I missed the foul.
He's up to 13 points already with his free throw pending, 6 or 7 field goals. Just looking really smooth out there with the left-handed stroke and playing well inside.
Weary Jr. headed to the line. This is just going to be his second free throw attempt on the season, and it rims out. Offensive rebound by Ivan Bullock. Puts it back in. This lead is up to 21. Kobe Johns with the ball. The step back three by Gavin Carlos rims out. Ayala the board. Three-pointer. Weary off the front of the rim. Ayala the offensive rebound. This is Daniel Hornbuckle, recently checked back into the game. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Bullock from three. No good.
Good to see Ivan getting some minutes out there. Hard worker in practice, great student athlete, very well admired by his teammates. So getting some good minutes tonight. Good defense there by Ivan.
That was Jacob Whitehorse, the ball going off the side of the backboard. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. RJ Seacrest goes down low to Ayala, defended by Valencia. Ayala, the shimmy shake. Too much power on it.
Using the opposite hand there with his left-handed hook. It was a nice play, just a little hard off the back rim.
Mitchell Carlos shoots a three. Rolls right out of the rim. Ayala the board. Here's Hornbuckle the other way. Erwin Weary Jr. The nice feed to Ayala. And Nick Valencia with the foul there to save a posterization. We are going to head to immediate timeout here from WECU Court. It's 43-22, Vikings leading. Be right back here on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back to WECU Court. We have the Vikings taking on the Northwest Indian College Eagles. Right now, Erwin Weary is the one getting it done.
See him running the court. Duncan also hit a three-pointer in that stretch with a 7-0 run just by him, and we're going to go right back to action. Dakota Ayala is going to go to the free throw line, I believe, 2 shots.
Erwin Weary Jr. is the leading scorer in the game with 13 points. Ayala has just 2, but he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Make that 3 of 3. Two guys you see on your screen right there, Dakota Ayala and RJ Seacrest, both had tremendous games in their last one against UT Permian Basin. RJ Seacrest had a career high in scoring. Dakota Ayala had a very slick double-double, actually led the team in rebounds and assists as the center.
Was inching towards a triple-double, dare I say. You don't see that line with 17, 12, and 6 very often.
Also added a couple blocks, a couple steals. He was doing everything.
Yes, he was. Of course, Dakota's a transfer. Last time he played college basketball was at Concordia Portland before that school shut down, and glad to have him part of the program.
That was Keith Fort airballing the mid-range jumper. A couple of substitutions for the Vikings. Nick Velp and Kai Johnson checking back in the game. Ivan Bullock and Dakota Ayala will head to the bench.
Hornbuckle will bring the ball up. Fairbanks, Alaska native. Played 1 year at Alaska Fairbanks and transferred down to Portland Community College. Now he's a Viking, and we are glad to have him. I didn't know his mom's watching, so we're going to give a shout out to Tamara, who's our biggest follower on social media.
That was Nick Velp knocking down the corner three. And you mentioned that, Jeff, one of my favorite things about any interview that Hornbuckle gives, he always leaves with a hi, Mom, my favorite part.
We had him in the post-game interview last time, and he actually gave a shout-out to his dad because I think he might have had a phone call home where he wasn't giving both enough. So it was nice to see Daniel. Daniel's been in there in that post-game interview a lot because he scored in double digits in all 6 games. He's been a consistent force, both that short-range jumper and his three-point shooting.
Well, we have the moment now, Jeff. I'd be remiss. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Got to say hi to Mark and Annette, right?
Always gotta. Here's Nick Velp in the low post. Almost a drop step, but he steps back. Can't get the shot. Here's Kobe Johns the other way.
It's pretty easy to even see when Kobe has the ball. He's got those lime green shoes.
That shot went awry. Here's the Vikings in transition the other way. Passed up the three-point shot. Now inside Kai Johnson. The pass to Velp. Nothing but net. 50-22.
Of course, those that just tuned in, Vikings are playing without 3 of their normal starters, D'Angelo Minnis, Luke Lovelady, and Jalen Green, just kind of giving them some rest. Been through a pretty tough 4-game stretch, and GNAC play starts this Saturday, so good opportunity for them to just watch the game a little and beat teammates.
Also a great time for some of the players who don't see as much playing time to get out there on the court, flex their stuff. Here's Nick Velp, just rimming off.
We've talked about this at length, Ben. This is a team that is just oozing with talent from 1 through 12 in the lineup, and there's a bunch of good players that are in gray sweatsuits over there that are redshirting this year as well.
There's also just so much length on this Viking roster. You look up and down, you see 6'5", 6'8", 6'6", 6'6". Here's a nice little pass, and a second nice pass right to Nick Velp. Yeah, 6'5", 6'8", 6'6", 6'6", 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", 6'8". There's point guards, there's shooting guards, there's small forwards, there's power forwards, all just different guys that have long arms and just poke the ball away.
You know, I'm putting these rosters together, and I don't even know what positions mean that much more in basketball because all these guys are 6'4", 6'6", and they can all play guard. So outside of your true center, they're just athletes, and we've got a lot of them. A nice pass underneath there. Lucas Holden with the block.
Passing it up, here's a three-point shot. Just rimmed out.
Erwin Weary bringing the ball up for the Vikings.
Lucas Holden, the three-point shot. Off the backboard, no good. Valencia, the rebound. Here come the Eagles the other way. They do have a 3-on-2. Three-pointer is off. Velp, the rebound. Here comes Javion Garrett. Attempted a Euro step, but he will get knocked with the charge. Mitchell Carlos sacrificing his body, picking up the charge.
Javion kind of trying to find his stride out there, trying to do a little too much there, but he'll get it, he'll find it.
Erwin Weary Jr. playing in just his 3rd game this year. Here's Mitchell Carlos, just off. Javion Garrett, cross-court pass. Velp catches it in the paint, turnaround, and he nails it. Nice play by Nick Velp. Velp is up to 14 points now. Quietly, suddenly. I didn't even realize he had that much. Now he's the leading scorer in the game. Here's Valencia. Going to work in the post. And it's in. Nice little post move.
Northwest basketball fans will recognize that last name of Velp. His late father, Christian, was the all-time leading scorer at the University of Washington. His brother, Colin, is a kind of a super senior down at UC Irvine. Great basketball family.
The other way, here come the Eagles, but they turn it over. That was Mitchell Carlos kicking it out of bounds. And with under 4 minutes to play, we're going to hit a media timeout. Vikings leading 52-26, 3:29 on the clock. Be right here after this on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Here's a look at Nick Velp, long-range jumper. He's doing it all. He's outside, he's inside. Seattle prep product.
How about that full court pass from Javion Garrett? We've got 3:29 on the clock. Vikings leading 52-26 in this first half. Vikings are also in the bonus. Quick look at the stats. Vikings shooting 61% from the floor. Eagles shooting 32% from the floor. Eagles with 11 turnovers. Vikings have 5.
Vikings have been a solid shooting team all season long. They entered this game shooting at a 51.4% clip from the field, and they also have been deadly from three-point range at a 39.3%. So Vikings have been shooting well. This is their 7th game of the season, and heading into GNAC play, it's good to get that solid feet underneath them and go into that conference play with a head of steam.
Here's Kai Johnson down the lane, and he converts the layup. You mentioned shooting 39% as a team. It's actually 39.3%. Almost 40% as a team is a fantastic number. Vikings right now have 3 players shooting over 43% from the floor, or excuse me, from 3. That's Jalen Green, Daniel Hornbuckle, and Lucas Holden.
There's the Euro step you're looking for, and Erwin Weary puts it in off the backboard. The Vikings record 4-2 entering this game, really a few moments away from being 6-0 and ranked nationally. So a little blip on the radar on a trip down to Southern California to open the season, but man, they've come back strong. Got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff and to the leaders of this team for bouncing back on those tough losses to Humboldt State and Cal State Dominguez Hills.
There's a foul on the 3-point attempt. The foul is on Javion Garrett. That's Alec Mora who was fouled. He'll go to the line for 3 shots. First 3 free throws for the Eagles in this game. You can see Javion Garrett, a little bit too aggressive, just knocked right into him. Knocks down the first free throw as Dakota Ayala will check back in the game for Javion Garrett.
After this game, we mentioned the Vikings will open GNAC play. They'll host Simon Fraser on Saturday here in Carver Gym at 3 p.m. tip-off, and then a little break for finals, and then they'll go on the road for their last 2 non-conference games. Take a break here. They're going to go down to Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Holiday Hoops Classic, play at the South Point Arena, and they've got 2 tough games. They're going to play Lindenwood on December 17th, and they're going to play the #1 team in the country, Lubbock Christian, on December 18th.
That will certainly be a test, to say the least. Here's Erwin Weary Jr. with some big dribbles coming up the court. He drives, is tripped up for the foul.
They'll go at the free throw line, looks like.
Yes, he will go to the free throw line regardless because the Vikings are in the bonus. Erwin Weary Jr. in this game leads all players, 15 points, 7 of 9 from the floor. However, he is 0 of 2 from the free throw line so far. Knocks in that one, make it 16 points. Rims out, but Nick Velp right there. Offensive board and the offensive score. Going inside.
Nice strong move by number 15, Keith Fort.
Kai Johnson brings up the ball. High screen by Ayala. Hits Ayala in stride. The layup no good. However, he was fouled. by Malachi Rogers of the Eagles. Ayala now will head to the line. Take a look at Nick Velp reading the ball well off the front of the rim. Erwin Weaver Jr. says, hey, thanks, man. Free throw attempt now by Ayala. He's 4 of 4 from the line. Make it 5 of 5.
Nice touch from the big man.
So Ayala is 0 of 3 from the floor, but he has 5 points because he's 5 of 5 now from the line. Perfect 6 of 6. Vikings lead 61-29. Kobe Johns. Deep three-pointer. It's good. Eagles are now 7 of 21 in the first half from 3. That's a 33%.
Dialing it up from outside for the Eagles.
Kai Johnson, drop step, gets inside, puts it in.
Gets by Gerald Britton III there, just checked in for the Eagles.
It's now 12 points for Kai Johnson, and the Vikings have 42 points in the paint. Ayala, the rebound, but he got it stripped. Here's Kobe Johns for 3. How about that highlight by Kobe Johns, the steal and the bucket.
Nice sequence. Good-looking player. A lot of energy out there. Got some flair, too, with those shoes that we talked about.
Kobe Johns is up to 11 points to lead Northwest Indian College. Playing some tight defense there on Erwin Weary Jr. And Weary Jr. is fouled.
See Johns here sneak behind Dakota, find his spot behind the three-point line, and buries it. 5'10" guard from Casa Grande, Arizona, about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson.
Erwin Weary Jr. at the line now. He now reclaims the scoring lead with 17 in the first half. Jacob Whitehorse and Lucas Brown checking in for the Eagles.
Weary hits both free throws.
Kobe Johns, as we're under a minute to play here in the first half from WECU Court. Running jumper, that's Malachi Rogers, rims off. Ivan Bullock secures it. Here's Kai Johnson. Vikings can go 2 for 1 here. Kai Johnson into the lane. Nice acrobat.
Ball control, nice step. Very athletic move from the guard from Olympia.
Erwin Weary has 18 points. Nick Velp has 16. Kai Johnson now with 14. Inside. Bucket is good by Alec Mora. Under 10 seconds left on the clock. Here's Kai Johnson down to 5 seconds. To the corner, Ivan Bullock. 2-1. Too long. Hits it at the buzzer.
They're going to say it's good. I'm sure they're going to look at it. But Velp get the offensive rebound, kind of catches it and shoots it at the same time, and it's good. I'm sure the officials are going to look at it, or they're just going to go to the locker room.
So we're going to head to halftime here from Bellingham. Vikings had a very nice first half. They lead 69-37. You're watching Vikings TV. We'll be right back here with the second half after these messages.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And for college sports.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to Bellingham. We're on the campus of Western Washington University here at WECU Court. They're watching Vikings TV. We have the Western Washington Vikings taking on the Northwest Indian College Eagles. Vikings at half are leading 69-37. Some leading scorers for the Vikings in this first half. You take a quick look at the first half stats. Erwin Weary Jr. and Nick Velp are leading the way with 18 points apiece. Kai Johnson has 14. And for the Eagles, leading the way is Kobe Johns with 11. Malachi Rogers has 9.
Vikings obviously leading the rebound battle 28-17. Also have 7 steals, 3 blocks, 9 assists. Good production from the Vikings in the first half.
Good to see the Vikings winning that turnover battle 12-6. That is something that has plagued them through their first 6 games. Coming to this one, they actually had a negative 5.5 average turnover margin. So playing a little bit smarter, a little bit more in control, and right now leading that turnover battle by 6.
Kind of that risk and reward game. I know D'Angelo Minnis had a few turnovers, but he also pressured the ball where they didn't matter as much and made things happen. So sometimes on the stat sheet you see those turnovers and you squeal, but I'll tell you what, man, this team will be protecting that ball a lot more once they get in GNAC play.
In that first half, you see Vikings shot 64%, Eagles shot 37. Eagles did outshoot the Vikings from three-point land, however, 37% to 26%. Eagles hit 8 threes in the first half. Vikings hit 3. But those points in the paint, Vikings 44, Eagles just 10.
Looks like the Vikings will go with the same starting 5 to open up the second half. Daniel Hornbuckle, RJ Seacrest, Kai Johnson, Lucas Holden, and Dakota Ayala. Eagles will start with the ball in the second half. Of course, you hear the great Viking band in the background, providing a great atmosphere at the home games here on WECU Court in Carver Gym.
Starting lineup for the Eagles for this second half. We'll have Alec Mora, Kobe Johns, Nick Valencia, like Malachi Rogers, and Mitchell Carlos.
Eagles are actually waiting for one more player. There's teammates, and we only got 4.
Oh, they do, don't they? Jacob Whitehorse will check in the game, it looks like. All right, so Mora, Valencia, Johns, Whitehorse, and Carlos on the floor for the Eagles. They get the ball, and the second half is underway. Kobe Johns with it. RJ Seacrest defending. A tremendous defender is RJ Seacrest. Here's Jacob Whitehorse driving in on Ayala. Layup too strong. Hornbuckle the other way, almost loses it. He does not. Pull up 3 in transition. No good, but he gets his own board. RJ Seacrest passing it around. Here's Ayala inside. Goes to work. Hook shot is out. Ayala now 0 of 4 from the field, but he's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Here's Kobe Johns with it on offense. Johns drives in, beats the defenders, but does not beat Ayala with the chase down block. RJ Seacrest now the other way. Free throw line jumper. Man, he is money from the mid-range.
The mid-range jumper is a sweet spot, and when he's doing that, he adds so much to this team because, like you said earlier, his defense is just stifling.
He really is that third level of scoring. They have so many three-point shooters, so many guys good in the paint. RJ Seacrest is that guy that can really dominate the mid-range. There's Lucas Holden coming the other way. He's going to get nabbed with an offensive foul. Picking up the foul was Malachi Rogers.
Eagles will inbound the ball. Kobe Johns brings the ball up with RJ Seacrest guarding him.
Johns dribbling around, finding Rogers in the middle. Rogers going to work on Kai Johnson, flicks it up with his offhand and in. 71-39.
Great play from Rogers there. There's Lucas Holden down to RJ underneath.
Lucas Holden, the three-point shot. He connects. Lucas Holden now 2 of 3 from 3.
Just smooth with that left-handed stroke.
Coming into this game, Lucas Holden was shooting 52% from 3, 10 of 19. There's Hornbuckle with some nice defense. Kobe Johns drives in, kicks out. Running floater, that's good by Malachi Rogers. Rogers now leads the Eagles with 13 points. Kai Johnson handling the point guard duties. Finds Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle the mid-range. Off back rim. But he gets his own rebound right to the rack, and he lays it up and in.
Great hustle play by Daniel there to grab his own rebound and find the lane. Nick Valencia with the right hand.
Hornbuckle with Ayala setting him a screen. Mid-range jumper off front rim. Eagles the rebound. They look to push it. Malachi Rogers couldn't handle it. It's a turnover stolen by Kai Johnson. Kai Johnson, the spin move in the lane, too short. Good hustle, and he gets his own board. No look pass. Lucas Holden puts it in. Nice play. Kobe Johns trying to go quickly. Malachi Rogers. Here's Nick Valencia, the three-pointer. Just short. Kai Johnson to RJ Seacrest into the lane. Easy does it for two. 80-43 our score. 16:30 left in the second half. Here's Whitehorse with it in the top of the post. Rogers, the three ball. No good. Johns with the rebound. Johns cannot handle it. It'll be a turnover for the Vikings. Here's the last basket. The nice no-look pass by Kai Johnson. Lucas Holden almost slams it home.
His fourth assist of the game. Johnson's really filling up the stat sheet. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Not many columns left unmarked there for Mr. Johnson.
He has not yet hit a free throw. Maybe that's what he needs. Here's Hornbuckle. Lucas Holden, three-pointer. It's good.
I'll tell you what, when he lines it up, he doesn't hit nothing, not much besides net there.
3 of 4 now from 3. He came into this game shooting 52% from 3, and he's actually raised his season percentage. Here's the drive. It'll be a stoppage on the floor. Bucket will not count. We're going to head to a media timeout. Lucas Holden, nothing but net, taking us there. 15:37 left in the second half. Be right back on Vikings TV.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And
for college sports.
Welcome back to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University, where the Vikings are taking on the Northwest Indian College Eagles. We're watching Vikings TV. My name is Ben Bagley, joined by Jeff Evans. Vikings right now with a 40-point lead, and they will have the inbound. Or excuse me, the Eagles will have the inbound.
DeAndre Begay throwing it in for the Eagles. Finds Fort underneath.
Rebound to Hornbuckle. Here comes Hornbuckle the other way. The pass to Weary, up and under. It's good. Erwin Weary Jr. having a great game now, 20 points. Here's Fort driving in. Makes the contact, no whistle. Misses. There's a no-looker from Hornbuckle. They'll reset. Kai Johnson taking it in. The layup is good. Those points in the paint have been the story for the Vikings. 54 of them now. Fort just short. Here's Erwin Weary Jr. Three-pointer is good. Erwin Weary Jr. has 23.
Getting his opportunity and taking it.
Absolutely.
It's great to see. Oftentimes I'll be coming into Carver Gym at weird times, and Erwin Weary Jr. is shooting baskets. I left here at midnight before, and I got a knock on my window, and he's wanting to shoot baskets at midnight. He's that kind of player. He's that kind of student athlete.
Nick Valencia got fouled on that last one, but here's Erwin Weary Jr. just dribbling right up to it and knocking down the shot. Valencia got fouled on that last play, and he will head to the bench.
Ivan Bullock and Javion Garrett check back in for the Vikings.
Here's Keith Fort, the baseline jumper. He's short. Javion Garrett over to Kai Johnson, drives in. The circus shot falls.
Great ball control, little windmill underneath, and puts it home for 2 points. He's got 18 in the game.
This is Deontay Begay driving in. Gets fouled. Foul on the floor, though. No shot. Take a look at this from Kai Johnson. Maybe call that a submarine windmill. Doing his best Michael Jordan impression, maybe. Eagles to inbound. Over to Alec Mora. Three-point shot. No good. Ivan Bullock the rebound. Nick Velp in the low post, going to work, stepping over, left hand up and in. Vikings lead by 51. Here's Mitchell Carlos, Javion Garrett defending. This is DeAndre Begay, he passes it away. Nick Velp the other way, passes just a bit too far, but he takes the three-point corner shot, and he hits it. Making the most out of the situation, and Nick Velp now has 23 as well.
Vikings nearing the century mark, 97 points. It'll be the first time to cross 100 this season.
An over and back violation on the Northwest Indian College Eagles. Take a look at Nick Velp here. Pass goes a little too long. He wanted a slam dunk, but he said, hey, I'll take the corner three. And he hits nothing but net.
Great touch from the outside. Must be nice to be 6'9" and shooting like that, huh, Ben?
If you're a basketball player, yeah, that wouldn't hurt.
We knew when we got him that we were going to get a great player. Tony Dominguez, head coach of the Vikings in his 10th season, was extremely excited when he got that commitment and we put that news release out. He knew he was going to be an impact player.
That was Erwin Weary Jr. missing the shot, getting his own rebound and tipping it back in. Vikings 1 point away from 100. There's a foul on the floor. Going to go on Erwin Weary Jr. 5 team fouls now for the Vikings. Eagles are 2 away from the bonus. Kobe Johns defended by Erwin. Keith Fort driving in, stepping back.
Used that arm bar and pushed Javion away and going to get called for an offensive foul and a turnover.
4 fouls now on Keith Fort. He has 2 points, 1 of 8 shooting. Javion Garrett now passes it down low to Weary. Left hand rims out. Good save there by the Eagles, Kobe Johns. Mitchell Carlos over to Johns. Johns defended by Bullock. He beats him inside. The running floater is good.
Johns up to 13 points now. Tied for the lead with Malachi Rogers for most points by an Eagles player. Velp from long distance here.
Underneath, that was Javion Garrett getting fouled. And with 11:56 remaining in the half, we're going to head to a media timeout. Vikings winning 99-45. Right back here after this on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Pardon me, welcome back to Bellingham. Seeing Nick Velp putting together a nice game with 23 points. And Javion Garrett is headed to the line. Garrett misses the first free throw. While we have a chance here, Vikings up by 44. Wanted to mention, if you're a fan of Northwest Indian College, you likely recognize a player that is right now on Western's roster, redshirting Trazil Lane. Northwest Indian College largely serves the Lummi Nation up here in Western Washington. Trazil Lane was a tremendous player at Lummi Nation High School. He recorded over 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, 500 blocks during his career. He earned 1B Player of the Year honors as well, Northwest Conference MVP. I went to Ferndale High School, which is very close to Lummi Nation High School, and let me tell you, he was in high school when I was as well. He was a rock star. Utilizing his redshirt season here for the Vikings, but when he hits the court, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him play.
Yeah. Vikings are they got a lot of depth this year, and with the COVID year and players getting eligibility back, there just kind of was a log jam of players. So it's a smart thing for him to get a year under his belt of school. He'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining, and he, of course, comes to Western from 2 great seasons at Whatcom Community College playing, starring for the Orcas. But we're really forward to seeing Trazil out on the court next year.
Here's the inbound to Kobe Johns. Defended closely by Kai Johnson. The dump off to Valencia, goes inside, and he nails the shot. Valencia now to 11 points, 5 of 8 shooting.
Great ball distribution there by Kobe Johns.
Almost an over and back, but Kai Johnson aware of it. There's Ivan Bullock, pass inside. Owen Weary with 25 points going to work. Goes inside, the layup is good. He's up to 27. Mid-range jumper by the Eagles. No good. Owen Weary Jr. quickly the other way. The floater is off, but Nick Velp is right there. And those two guys, Erwin Weary 27, Nick Velp 25. Kobe Johns, nice little move, hits the running floater.
Johns is having a nice game for the Eagles.
15 points, shooting 50% from the floor.
Also has 5 rebounds and 3 assists and a steal.
Nick Velp for 3, nothing but net. So Velp now reclaims the scoring title. He has 28. You think those two guys are competing?
I think we're going to see a little battle down the way between those two.
Be out of bounds by Nick Valencia. Nick Velp will head to the bench along with Kai Johnson. 10-16 remaining in period number 2. Vikings leading 108-49. You're watching Vikings TV. I'm Ben Bagley, joined by Jeff Evans. The one and only Jeff Evans.
Filling in, we want to say hello if he's listening tonight. Sean Wally, feeling a little under the weather. You're normally the voice of the Vikings here with Ben on the call, and hope to get him back up to Bellingham soon.
Absolutely. There is Javion Garrett finishing through the contact. His first 2 points of the game, and he'll head to the line for a 3-point play. Valencia came over and just whacked him. Vikings are 12 of 18 from the line.
Everybody in the game has put their mark next to the points column now. And
Erwin Weary Jr. hits another 3. That's 30 for him.
Nick Velp's on the bench right now. He's wanting to get back in so he can try and overtake him.
3 of 5 from deep now for Weary. And here he is playing some tight defense, but Kobe Johns, nice work. See if the ball goes back to Weary here. He's at the hot hand. Javion Garrett in the post. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Spin move, baseline, but he stepped out of bounds. So turnover for the Vikings, their 8th of the game. A whole group substitution for the Eagles. How about Erwin Weary Jr.? First start of the season, he has 30 points. Coming into this game, he had only played 3 minutes, making the most of his opportunity in a big way. Nice defense by Ayala, and the Vikings reclaim possession. This is Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle, the dish to Ayala, blocked! Nice block by Keith Fort. Here come the Eagles the other way. 3-point shot is off. That was Chance Tilquats. Gavin Carlos, that bounces and goes in. Hornbuckle accelerating. Easy layup for him. 1:15 now for the Vikings. Gavin Carlos with it. Passing it around, here's Jacob Whitehorse. Down low, Keith Fort steps back. Dribbles back inside, floater, no good. Ayala the board.
Nice defense by Javion Garrett there.
Here's Garrett the other way. Into the paint, lost possession, but is going to stay with the Vikings. Here's a good look right to the right of the referee. That's Walter. He's the student conductor for the Viking band. Big shout out, Walter. Nice little post move by Dakota Ayala.
The Viking band proves and gives so much atmosphere in Carver Gym between volleyball and basketball. I don't know what we'd do without them. It's just a great addition, great energy in the gym, and can't thank them enough for what they do.
We are going to head to immediate timeout. 1:17-54. 7:47 remaining in the second half. We're right back here after this on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Welcome back to WECU Court in Carver Gym. You're watching Vikings TV. We have the Vikings taking on the Northwest Indian College Eagles. Been a fun game so far. Vikings right now leading 117-54. 7:45 and counting remaining here on this Tuesday from Western.
Carver Gym will be busy this week. The women will finally make their Carver Gym. Oh, there's Javion Garrett with a 3.
We got some other big Western sports happening, though, around the country, Jeff. What else is going on?
We got a lot going on. Our women's soccer team is down in Dallas, Texas. They're going to play Seattle Pacific University in the West Regional Final. Yes, that's as weird as it sounds. They're going to go 1,700 miles to play when they're only 90 miles apart. But they're going to play the 6th straight season. The Vikings are playing the West Regional Final. Incredible program. The volleyball team, they'll be down in San Bernardino playing in the West Regional down there. So tune in. All links available at WWVikings.com. I know Thursday's going to be a great day. It's going to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner with the Vikings. Women's soccer team plays at 8 a.m. Pacific against Seattle Pacific. 2:30, the volleyball team will play against Simon Fraser. There's a shot by Keith Fort. And then that night, the women's basketball team that's 5-0 and ranked number 11 in the country, their home debut against Lincoln University of California. So it's a full day of Viking athletics. We can't wait. Come out and support the women's basketball team.
They've been off to a tremendous start to the year.
Yeah, 5-0, every single game on the road. Carmen Dolfo does a phenomenal job every year with Stacey Terrell and her coaching staff. But she got them ready to play. They were 6-0 in the spring, so that's 11 straight wins. But it's a veteran group, but 5-0 on the road to begin the year. I mean, that's saying something. Big wins against Cal State San Marcos and Azusa Pacific. It's a dynamic team. Oh, boy. Kai Johnson just can really control himself in the air. But, the women's basketball team will first game in Carver on Thursday, and then the GNAC opener for them on Saturday at 7 against Simon Fraser. All the action right here on Vikings TV.
And Coach Dolfo was also named Coach of the Week, correct?
Hoopsdirt.com. I really didn't know that website existed. Got an email, and I was like, this is great and well-deserved, so we put it up on the website. But just can't say enough that a team of Emma Duff and Carly Zaragoza and Brooke Walling up and down the Danny Iwami, they're just a great group. All of them play. They're fast-paced, and they're going to give Alaska Anchorage a real run for their money this year in the GNAC.
Yeah, I can't wait to broadcast those games. Meanwhile, 124-56 our score, 5:30 remaining. Jacob Whitehorse. Passing over to Gavin Carlos, back to Whitehorse, defended by Velp. And tries to go inside, but Velp says no way.
Not sure if they're going to give that a block shot or not, but nice defense by Velp.
Here's Kai Johnson, the second time he's had one of those big windmill circus shots. What a game for the role players in this game. Kai Johnson with 20 points, Nick Velp 28, Erwin Weary has 30.
Nick, Ben, I cannot leave out one sport. For the first time in almost 2 years, indoor track and field is going to be back in action.
There you go.
Send 5 athletes over to Spokane for an event called the Candy Cane, hosted by Eastern Washington University. All multi-events. Javion Garrett there with the steal behind the back, but going to go out of bounds. So the track and field, I think they're going to have 5 or 6 student athletes head over to Spokane, compete in the Jim Thorpe Fieldhouse and the multi-events. There was no indoor season last year, so for them it's going to be exciting to get back into action, and I'm excited to see what Aaliyah Dawkins, All-American, can do in her events, and just follow them for those. So good luck to the Vikings over in Spokane.
Is that event going to be held in Cheney?
It will be in Cheney.
I got some buddies at Eastern Washington University. Cheney's a fun little town. Erwin Weary Jr. hitting that last layup. There's a wide open three-pointer. Goes up. Big pass by Javion Garrett off the foot of Erwin Weary Jr. Turnover Vikings. Here's that last bucket by Weary Jr. Getting strong in the paint. Vikings have 78 points in the paint in this game. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Eagles. Gavin Carlos set to inbounds. To Fort. Fort goes baseline. He gets fouled, and he will head to the line. Foul committed by Ivan Bullock. Keith Fort will head to the line. He has 4 points on a 2 of 12 shooting night. The Eagles have only attempted 3 free throws in the game. They are 1 of 3.
1 of 4 now. Vikings with 126 points. Their last 100-point output was 126, matching what they have right now. 2019 season against Capilano, school from British Columbia. Had 129 against Langara in 2018.
Group substitution looks like, or 3 new players for the Eagles. 4:34 remaining. And Jeff, both Nick Velp and Erwin Weary Jr. are on the floor, separated by 2 points in that scoring column.
Of course, they have the hustle board stats on there. They probably look up and they can see it, and they know they're going to want to try and beat each other here.
There's Bullock with a nice hustle play, offensive rebound. Over to Weary. He drives in to the rack. It's good. That's 34 points now. 34 points on 14 of 19 shooting. And Velp has 28 on 12 of 16 shooting.
You're an NBA guy. I know you follow. What would you equate Irwin's game to? Just kind of that wiry mold.
This is a little bit of an obscure reference, but Kevin Porter Jr. on the Rockets. He's a very young player, but just wily, huge scorer if he wants to. And I think if Erwin Weary Jr. and Kevin Porter Jr., both juniors, if they both get a bigger role, they could really thrive in it, but they got to earn it first.
Absolutely. Erwin's really his first extended time on the court. Played 1 season at Edmonds Community College. Came here redshirted, then the COVID year. And here's Nick Velp with the dunk.
Nick Velp with the steal and the slam. Vikings have 11 steals in the game.
Pretty sure Colin, his older brother down in Irvine right now, is tuning in if he can. He's pretty proud of his younger brother.
We are going to head to our final media timeout of the contest. 3:11 remaining in the half as Nick Velp dunks to send us to break. We'll be right back here after this.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And
for college sports.
Welcome back to WECU Court. 3:11 remaining in the second half. Erwin Weary Jr. has been lighting it up with 34 points. Bringing you the end of this game on Vikings TV. I'm Ben Bagley, joined by Jeff Evans.
Ben, something to keep an eye on. It's a little bit of a stretch. School record for points in a game is 141.
141. That's quite in reach. 3 minutes to play here, 11 points.
That was set against Northwest University in 1989.
There's Nick Velp playing some tight defense. There's a turnover pass stolen by Jacob Whitehorse. Here come the Eagles back the other way. Over to DeAndre Begay. The nice pass, but blocked by the very athletic Kai Johnson. Pass down low to Velp. He dribbles out. Over to Bullock. Javion Garrett. Step back three. Way off. DeAndre Begay with the rebound. Blocked away by Velp. Here's Kai Johnson. Erwin Weary Jr. Layup in transition. Just about 2 minutes left here in the contest. Erwin Weary Jr. has 36 points. Nick Velp has 30. I wonder when the last time the Vikings had two 30-plus point scorers was. We're going to see a substitution. Hornbuckle in. Looks like Erwin Weary Jr.'s night is done, but what a great one it was. 36 points, 15 of 20 from the floor.
I'm going to have to dig in the record books for the last time we had 2 30-point players, but Jeffrey Parker and Taylor Stafford come to mind in my recent 6 years history with this program, being the sports information director, but we'll be able to find that and probably make it in the game recap.
Man, those were 2 very talented scorers.
A lot of talent.
Ivan Bullock nailing the shot. Here the other way.
The Begay brothers, assuming they're the brothers. Need to do a little more research on this team. We'll see them again on December 12th. Probably talk to a few of them after the game and ask them a few questions. They share the same name as Nota Begay, the golfer, from the same area of New Mexico. I'm not going to assume anything, but might ask them if they're a relative.
That was Daniel Hornbuckle nailing the step-back 3. Just about a minute to play. Deep three-pointer is off. Here's Hornbuckle still pushing the tempo. Multiple different Western players with their hands up and pass it here. Hornbuckle holds on to it. Down low to Javion Garrett. In the paint, it's good. 139 now for the Vikings. Mentioned earlier, the potential 2 points away from that all-time scoring record, but 37 seconds remaining. 3-point shot, that's blocked by Vell, poked up. Here, Javion Garrett hits the floor. Pass down inside, easy bucket for the Eagles.
For those that are tuning in online, don't just turn it off at the end of this game. Ben's going to do an interview, hopefully with Erwin Weary Jr. We're going to have him courtside, hear from the star of the game. We'll probably have interviews with Erwin, Nick Velp, and Tony Dominguez as well on YouTube from the post-game news conference.
Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it here from WECU Court. Vikings are victorious over the Northwest Indian College Eagles, 139-59. Erwin Weary Jr. was the star of the show with 36 points. Nick Velp hit 30. Kai Johnson with 20. Lucas Holden with 15. Looking for the Eagles, they put up a good fight. Kobe Johns with 17 points. Rogers with 13. Nick Valencia had 11. Vikings shot 66% from the floor, 46% from deep. Eagles shot 33% from the floor, 30 from deep. 23 turnovers as well for the Eagles, just 12 for the Vikings. I'll be joined shortly by Erwin Weary Jr. Vikings with an 80-point victory here at home. Be patient with us just a second. We'll get an interview over here in just a moment. Ben Bagley, joined by the star of the show, Erwin Weary Jr. Erwin, 36 points. What was going so right out there for you tonight?
Man, I've been working hard for this moment. Coach has really been hard on me, not taking it easy, and he told me to trust the process, and today I kind of trusted it and got 36.
So you had 36, Nick Velp had 30, Kai Johnson had 20. Some of the guys who don't often see as much playing time coming out big in this game. What can you say about those guys?
Honestly, all of our guys are good guys. Coach does a good job of recruiting, and Kai, Nick also had 30, and honestly, all of our guys could play at I feel like they could play professionally. So, we just trust the process and let Coach do his job, and we do our job and maintain and work hard and practice and play in the games. 5-game
winning streak here at home. 5-2 now on the season. What's been going so right, and what's the philosophy going forward?
Honestly, what's been going right is we've been working hard in practice. Today was, a pretty light-loaded game, I'd say, but we still went out and went hard. We still had to do what we had to do. We don't want to take any games off, and, we trust Coach, and we're on a 5-game winning streak.
Erwin, a fantastic game today, a career-high 36. I want to ask you, what do you think is the best part of your game? Because you showed off a lot of different parts of it tonight.
Honestly, I think that my IQ would be the best part of my game. This summer and actually my whole life I've been, working out, and this is my finally my moment to show what I could do.
Well, you certainly did. I mentioned a career-high 36 for this guy right here, Erwin Weary Jr. Vikings win 139-59, 80-point victory. That's got to feel good.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
I'm Ben Bagley for Vikings TV. That was Erwin Weary Jr. Stay with us for just a moment. We'll bring you a quick post-game show. Quickly now, let's go over some final stats. One more time, thank you to Erwin Weary Jr. for joining us on the postgame. The Vikings 139-59. They shot 67% from the floor. 2 players went over 30. And we'll be back at it again soon. For all of Vikings TV, there they are. There's some final stats for you. Rebound battle, steals, blocks, turnovers, assists. Vikings dominated on every aspect of the game. They'll be back in action as I find what I'm looking for here. Be back in action on Saturday against Simon Fraser. That game at 3 p.m. That'll be a doubleheader. The women will be playing Simon Fraser at 7 p.m., and they'll finish out the homestand December 12th. That's a Sunday, once again, against Northwest Indian College. For all of us here at Vikings TV, thank you for joining us, Ben Bagley, Jeff Evans, and the entire Vikings TV crew. Hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Go Vikes!